Hi, my name is Alice Hale, and I'm a University of North Texas photojournalism student. The first question I'd like to answer for y'all today is a moment that changed my life. For me, it was actually a series of about 4 events within a couple of months, back when I was 12 years old. The first one, I found out I had cataracts and a torn retina, and I had to go in for immediate surgery or risk losing my eyesight altogether. After that first surgery, which was the most significant part, you have to wear an eye patch for a couple of days after the surgery. And that first moment when we peeled back the tape and I got to see the world for the first time, I didn't expect it to be that different at all. The doctor didn't really explain how bad my eyesight really was. But everything I realized had been so dull and so gray for so long, and I had no idea of all the different textures and colors that I was missing out on. And I'm just so thankful that I was able to get that back and be able to see what I see now. And then that same year, I had 2 more surgeries following that corrected the other eye as well. And then shortly after that, for Christmas, I got my first camera. And I just took off with it. Photography has always been a big thing in my family, but I never really had tried it out before. But I was so excited about all the things I was seeing for what seemed like the first time that I just couldn't put the camera down. And I still carried it around with me everywhere I go. Next question I wanted to answer for you was, what makes me angry? I think it's really important to know someone really well and know what ticks them off if you're going to work with them. So what makes me angry is someone that is not driven. I can have a little bit of sympathy because I've been there before. I was not a very driven person a couple years ago. I knew I was talented, I knew I could do photography, but I was scared at the idea of failing. So I had all different opportunities, but I kind of let them just pass because I wasn't confident in what I was doing, and I kind of kept me back quite a bit. And so I hate more than anything to see somebody hold themselves back like that. So I always try and just encourage people to, yeah, it's scary, and you're going to fail a lot more than you're actually going to succeed, at least at first, but you have to keep trying and push yourself and surround yourself with people that are going to push you as well. I think is a big, significant part of it as well. And my last question I wanted to answer was the sweetest place I've ever traveled to. It's actually called Mo Ranch, and it's in Hunt, Texas. It's a little spot in Texas Hill Country. And my senior year of high school, my sisters and I volunteered for Camp Cope, which is a nonprofit organization that helps families of wounded veterans and those wounded veterans cope with coming home and their transition back into civilian life and being home again, especially after some things that they might have seen. And so we volunteered for a weekend trip down to Mo Ranch, and I got to be the photographer for it, which was a great honor. I loved every minute of it. But the greatest part was I love road trips, so my sisters and I got to go on this fun road trip, and then we get there, and we were there for 3 days, and no internet, no phone, no service at all. So we got to really dive in and just focus on helping these people and just kind of put the outside world away. And I think that was really important, and I think that's really important when you're in that kind of setting, to just focus on giving them all the attention and helping them in ways that you can, and putting everything else aside is really important to be able to help people in that way. So those are my 3 questions, and I thank you for your time, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.